5 spookiest paranormal photos.
Number 5. Grandpa's Ghost. This photo was taken Sunday, August 1997 and was published by the woman's granddaughter Denise Russell. Denise says when her grandmother's mind started to weaken, she had to be moved to an assisted living home for her own safety. And at the end of the first week, there was a picnic for the residents and their families. This is when the photo was snapped. They didn't notice the man in the photo for 3 years, and on Christmas Day 2000, they discovered it looked very similar to their grandpa. Number 4. The Backseat Ghosts. Mrs. Mabel Chinnery was visiting the grave of her mother one day in 1959. She had brought along a camera to take photographs of the gravesite. After snapping a few shots of her mother's gravestone, she took a photo of her husband, who was waiting alone in the car. At least the Chinnerys thought he was alone. When the film was developed, the couple was more than surprised to see a figure wearing glasses sitting in the back seat of the car. Mrs. Chinnery immediately recognized the image of her mother, the woman whose grave they had visited on that day. A photographic expert who examined the print determined that the image of the woman was neither a reflection nor a double exposure. Number 3. Cemetery Ghost Baby. Mrs. Andrews was visiting the grave of her daughter in a cemetery in Queensland, Australia, in 1946 or 1947. Her daughter Joyce had died about a year earlier, in 1945, at the age of 17. Mrs. Andrews saw nothing unusual when she took this photo of Joyce's grave marker. When the film was developed, Mrs. Andrews was astonished to see the image of a small child sitting happily at her daughter's grave. Mrs. Andrews said there was no such children nearby when she took the photograph, and she didn't recognize the child at all. Investigating this case, Australian paranormal researcher Tony Healy visited the cemetery in the late 1990s. Near Joyce's grave, he found the graves of 2 infant girls. Number 2. Spectre of Newby Church. This photograph was taken in 1963 by Reverend K.F. Lord at Newby Church in North Yorkshire, England. The Reverend said there was nothing visible with the naked eye when he took the photo of his altar. This photo definitely gives me chills. Number 1. Freddie Jackson. Taken in 1919 at a training facility. The photo is a group portrait of a World War I squadron. An extra ghostly face appears in the photo. It is said to be the face of Freddie Jackson, an air mechanic who had been accidentally killed 2 days before the photo. Members of the squadron easily recognized the face as Jackson's. His funeral had taken place on the day of the photograph.